In a stunning revelation, Brown Mokgotsi, the man at the center of swelling allegations involving political interference, police corruption, and criminal infiltration, has come forward to claim he played a pivotal undercover role in the arrest of South Africa's most wanted fugitive, Thabo Bester, in Tanzania. Speaking exclusively to Sunday World publication, despite a looming gag order linked to his scheduled testimony at the upcoming Judicial Commission of Inquiry, Mokgotsi lifted the veil on his covert activities and said, "You'll be surprised. I even participated in 90% of the operation to arrest Thabo Bester. I'm the one who was in Tanzania." His remarks provide a rare glimpse into the murky underworld of intelligence operations as the country braces for what could be a bombshell commission into the alleged infiltration of law enforcement agencies by organized crime syndicates, a commission ordered by President Cyril Ramaphosa in the wake of explosive claims by KwaZulu-Natal Police Commissioner Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi. Mokgotsi, who has no known convictions tied directly to organized crime, has long been a controversial figure. While he claims to be an undercover operative, critics allege he's a double agent with deep ties to political power brokers and criminal network alike. This week, Mokgotsi was spotted flying in and out of Mozambique under the circumstances that suggest he remains engaged in covert activities. However, upon returning to South Africa, he declined to respond to further questions, citing confidentiality tied to his upcoming testimony before the Commission. In a recent interview with the SABC, he dismissed any formal links to the police and said, "No, I'm not a police officer. With my underground experience in operations, I'll reveal who Brown Mokgotsi really is, but only on the right platform." According to sources within South Africa's law enforcement circles, Mokgotsi was reportedly recruited as a police informant by Crime Intelligence in 2009, a claim corroborated by a former senior operative. A source told the Sunday World publication that he's managing the narrative. If he waits for the commission, he'll be on the defensive. Coming out lets him take control of the story. The source added that many high-value informants are deliberately recruited from within the criminal ecosystem to gather credible intelligence, and that prior criminal records are not uncommon among such operations. According to official records reviewed by the publication, shows that Mokgotsi has been involved in several cases. In 2013, he was listed as a complainant in a sexual offense case in Mafeking. 4 years later, in 2017, he stood accused in a fraud case involving a forged check in the Free State. And just this past May, he opened a case of assault with intent to do grievous bodily harm, again in Mafeking. Meanwhile, Times Life publication has reported that Mokgotsi has past convictions, including 6-month sentences for defeating the ends of justice and assault, gender-based violence, as well as 3 to 5 year term for reckless driving and assault, which ended in 2016. In African National Congress circles, whispers about Mokgotsi's double life are nothing new. Sources describe him as someone who once operated in tandem with a former Mafeking mayor turned provincial executive. He is also said to have keen interest in the ongoing legal battle contesting the legitimacy of African National Congress Northwest Chairperson Nono Maloyi's 2022 election. Some have speculated about Mokgotsi's ties to the so-called Revolutionary Council, the shadow group that played a role in ousting former Premier Supra Mahupela. However, current members have publicly distanced themselves from him. Now Mokgotsi finds himself under the intense scrutiny following Mkhwanazi's shocking allegations during a parliamentary appearance. The police commissioner implicated Mokgotsi, businessman Vusiket Matala, and Police Minister Senzo Mchunu in what he described as a criminal syndicate embedded within the state, allegedly involving judges, politicians, even prosecutors. According to Mkhwanazi, Minister of South African Police Service Senzo Mchunu disbanded the KwaZulu-Natal political killings, tasked him to obstruct justice, and both Mokgotsi and Matlala were aware of the move before it occurred. Tonu has strongly denied any association with Mokgotsi, dismissing the claims as baseless. Nonetheless, the implications are serious. Matlala, a controversial businessman known for his lavish lifestyle and questionable state contracts, is currently incarcerated at the maximum security Jose Mamburu Correctional Center. His 360 million rand SAPS contract was abruptly cancelled earlier this year. Matlala's wife Tsakani is currently out on bail, while accused Musa Kekana and Diego Floyd Mabusela remain behind bars in connection with the same case. As the nation awaits the commencement of the Judicial Commission of Inquiry, which promises to unearth the depth of corruption and syndicate control within the police, Mokgotsi's testimony could become a pivotal moment in South Africa's battle against internal state capture. Within government and intelligence circles, there's a growing sense that the country is heading toward a seismic confrontation, one that could expose not just rogue elements within law enforcement, but a much broader, darker network pulling strings at the highest levels of power. Meanwhile, Supreme Maupelo has chosen to stay mum about the role played by Brown Mokhotsi in his removal as Northwest Premier. However, Maupelo says there was a bullet with his name on it during the politically toxic period that forced him out of office prematurely. Supra was forced out of office in 2018 following his support of Dr. Nkosazana Dlamini Zuma at the Nasrec National Elective Conference of the ANC. Brown Mokhotsi Foundation was among other tools used to push Maupelo out of office, but because at the time Mokhotsi was a relatively unknown figure, no one ever paid attention. However, after Mkhonazi revelations that have led to the establishment of Matlanga Commission of Inquiry, Mokhotsi has emerged as one of the people of interest in political developments within the African National Congress. Mr. Supra released a statement that said Mr. Maupelo received threats that if he did not get out of the position, he would be killed. Threats on his life are due to political interference, and evidence will be presented before the constituted committees as and when required. Mr. Maupelo is unavailable for media interviews and for comment, on the grounds that, among other things, he is a member of parliament. Parliament has established and procedures for the Portfolio Committee on Police.
Mr. Brown sent me a WhatsApp message, and he said on the message, his name is Brown Mokhotsi, and I'm going to take it right there. The first message came on the 30th of September 2024, and it was sent at in the afternoon at 16:14 in the afternoon, and it reads as follows: My General, Brown Mokhotsi from Northwest.
What's your take on this one, people? Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more.